Cognitive psychologists are finding that older people are, yes, more likely to forget things, but they also have a more selective memory. We're going to spend a few segments thinking about how we can get better as we get older. So a lot of times when we speak about aging, we're often talking about, the aches, the pains, the grief, the loss, the memory issues, all these things we have to accept. But guess what? Science is telling us that there are a lot of things that actually we get better at as we get older. All of these seem to involve a degree of just not caring as much about things that don't matter. They also involve a positivity bias, believe it or not, and the ability to manage emotions more effectively. So not too long ago, I had a conversation with a colleague, and we were both kind of lamenting the fact that we were increasingly having trouble remembering our schedules correctly. And we were kind of laughing because what we both sort of noticed is that while we were forgetting things a little bit more than we used to be, the strange thing was we just didn't seem to care as much about it. Okay, now there's something to this, because what science is starting to tell us is that while we may have trouble with our memories as we get older, this isn't the whole story. Cognitive psychologists are finding that older people are, yes, more likely to forget things, but they also have a more selective memory, okay? More selective than younger people in terms of what they try to remember and when they choose to remember something. And in these cases, they can be even better at remembering than younger people. So it's not just that you can't recall the word for the water thingy or the car thingy or the day your mechanic's appointment is. It's actually in part that you're using your memory to focus on the things that are more important to you. And because you've been around a while, you know what's really important to you. And when it comes to that stuff, you might even be better than your younger counterpart at holding that in your mind. Okay, so when I'm forgetting things in my schedule and I go, oh, how did that happen? I'm actually asking myself the wrong question here. What I should be wondering is, what was the most important thing to me that day that I didn't forget? Because this is actually really where the wisdom of your mind comes in. In all likelihood, whatever was most important to you that day got done or got remembered. And you can thank your aging brain for that. Here's a few questions to think about for us. Now, are you noticing any of those little forgetfulnesses, as I call them? Does it bother you that much? Or maybe not. If not, it might be because you're remembering what you need to be remembering. Do you also notice, though, do you notice that you're zeroing in on some things that feel really important to you? Or that you're zeroing in on the things that you really enjoy doing? Or do you notice that you've figured out how you want to spend your time, where you want to give your time, your energy, right? Hobbies, grandchildren, your golf game, whatever you're reading about at the moment. Okay, I guess what I'm saying here is that as we get older, it's okay to drop some balls that just don't matter as much and start really focusing on the ones that do. Our memory muscles might be getting a little bit weaker, but when it comes to the good stuff, our wisdom muscles are actually getting stronger. So next, we're going to look at another reason why older and better appears to be true.